Welcome to the Planner Suite. I'm Amy, founder and CEO. I lead the vision, strategy, and client experience.
And I'm Whitney, a lead planner on our team. I work directly with our couples and oversee logistics and execution.
Together, we've planned and produced hundreds of events, and we see the industry from both sides, the vision and the execution.
This show is all about clarity, better planning, smarter systems, and confident decisions without the chaos.
So we don't just talk about what looks good here and on social media, we talk about what really actually works.
So whether you're planning a wedding or you're building a planning business, you are in the right place. So meet us right back here in the Planner Suite. Welcome back to another episode of the Planner Suite, and this episode is one of our faves, What's the Budget? Today, we're going to be talking about a $32,000 wedding in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, with 100 guests. Amy's going to run through the numbers, and then we're going to deep dive into everything.
All righty. All right, let's get into it, you guys. For this wedding, for the Grooms Attire, they spent $650. For beauty, $1,295, and that is for makeup. Stationery, save the dates and invitations, $472.47. The officiant, $93.76. Photography and videography, $4,400. Their cake was $781. For wedding props and luxuries, they spent $2,974.16. For entertainment, $3,653, and that was for the ceremony band and the DJ. For rentals and decor, they spent $2,042. For florals, $3,180. Respect it. For favors and gifts, they spent $1,340. For their ceremony space, they had to pay for that, and that was $750. And then for their venue, that included their food, their bar, their chairs, and all of those tables and chairs and things, they spent $9,813.90, bringing this Chapel Hill wedding to $31,445.84.
Awesome. So we're ready to dive into the numbers. We know that this number is a bit lower than what we normally do.
Yeah.
But we want to give different range of prices because we know that weddings are different prices. And we want to give you all of the things, not just some of the things.
I mean, $31,000 is a good budget.
Yeah, for sure. And it's still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Right. So that's why we want to give both sides of the cost range.
Yeah. One thing I do want to point out is what wedding luxuries are and props. So they had an ice sculpture.
Ooh.
Bring back ice sculptures.
Yeah. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
They're kind of fun. But I'm a cold person, so I don't want all that ice. But still.
It was at reception?
Yeah. It was like lions and...
Ooh, I'm impressed.
Yeah. They had a photo booth.
Okay.
They had doves.
Love it.
Classic.
Yeah.
Right? Classy.
I love the extra things.
Yeah.
Bring the doves, the butterflies.
Yeah. Personalized napkins. They had like the personalized hangers, cake topper, cocktail toppers, like, all of those details that people have at weddings that a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It won't fit in my budget. But this is proof to see that you can have details and it can fit in your budget at $32,000.
Right.
I'm trying to think about the other things. Favors and gifts. They bought all of their family members' gifts. So
that's nice.
Their mom got a gift, their dad got a gift, their wedding party got gifts. They had a box for the officiant, for the pastor. And I think we have to talk about that part.
The cost?
Not the cost, but just bringing back being a good hostess.
Yes.
And gifting
and
people.
Showing appreciation.
Yeah.
For your family, for your vendors. I love that.
Tipping.
Yeah.
We don't have that in the budget, but we're going to talk about this. You should be tipping your vendors.
Yeah.
It's not, yes, I see people say, hey, they charge me $15,000. The tip should be in the price. But if someone gave you good service and they impacted your wedding day, gratuity is nice.
Yes. Especially the people who you are working with on a regular basis. So like your photographer, your planner, your photographer, you're doing your engagement pictures, your save the date pictures. Your planner, you're literally meeting with them every week.
Yeah.
Like you're talking to them constantly. Like those are people who are with you the entire duration of the planning period. Just show your appreciation and that you're thankful for them.
Yeah.
You know?
And it doesn't have to be, okay, I paid them $20,000. I need to give them 20%, because that is kind of ridiculous after you've paid all this money. But I got my best tip this year, and it was a service. I got massage services for the year.
Ooh.
And I thought that was nice. She was like, you took such great care of me during this process. Take care of you. And I mean, that's actually
nice.
kind of
and
like,
think about how
and now
sore
that I
we
think
are.
about it now, it was, I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. Like my biggest thing is service is always something that's really big for me.
Yes.
Before I get a bag, I'm like, oh, I want my cleaning lady to come
Yes.
every day before I do that. So it was a nice gratuity.
Yes.
You should be tipping your vendors.
Yeah. We need an episode on that.
We do.
Yeah.
Because tips don't always have to be like something that's money.
Right.
Like I've gotten nice perfume before.
Gift cards.
I've gotten bags.
Yeah.
And in this one, with their gifts that they have here, they gave everybody a gift. I actually got a designer bag from this couple.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, nice tip. Guest favor bags. They did cookies. Oh, they gave everyone lottery tickets.
Oh, that's
like
cute.
$1 lottery ticket.
Yeah,
in
it's like a
each.
favor.
Yeah. Coasters. They had candies, champagne flutes. They all different stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and dive into each expense that they had. What was included, what was not included, maybe what they DIY'd, and what they outsourced.
Okay, so I will start with the attire. So they got custom jackets made for their stuff, and then they got their accessories. So that was in that attire budget. For beauty, they just did makeup. So that was it.
Okay.
One thing to note is build in your gratuity. If you want to do it into your budget, it makes a huge difference. And they built in gratuity into this budget.
And then, I'm sorry, for beauty, did everyone pay for their own hair?
Everyone did their own hair and makeup on their own.
Okay.
They just took care of their
like the
services.
couple paid for themselves and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stationery, they took care of save the dates, invitation suites, and then they had reception stationery. Very intentional of having like menus, place cards, welcome sign, all of those things.
I think stationery is something that gets lost sometimes. It's a last minute thought, but it's also very important to have.
Super important.
Yeah.
With design, you have to have, if you want a full circle moment and you want a full design at your wedding, you need to take as much time into planning your florals and decor portion as you are planning your invitation suites for your guests and what they're going to see. All of those are different moments that are going to enhance the guest experience.
Right.
The next line item that we have is their officiant, where they spent $93.76. What was great about this is their officiant did not charge them, but they spent $61 on their gift. In this line item, we also included the marriage license, which is $32.50. I can't tell you how many of you guys are getting married and forget to get a marriage license.
I was just getting ready to say that is always lost as well.
Like, when are you supposed to get your marriage license? We should play a game. When are you supposed to get your marriage license? Does the marriage license expire? Because I've had people get engaged, go get the marriage license, and not know that it expires in 60 days in some states, or 90 days in some states. So do that research. You know what? We need a book. We need an ebook. What to do when you get engaged. Like, what's the 411? Because I feel like we're missing the point. I think people think, I need a dress. No, the first thing, I need a man. I need a ring.
That part.
I need a dress. No, you need marriage counseling. You need marriage counseling. You need a marriage license.
Yes.
Those are the important things that you need. So I love that this couple, we actually keep marriage license in here in aisle planner, but making sure you're using that and you remember that there's a cost for it. There's a formality. You need to have birth certificate. Like, you need to have that when you go get it. Like, those are things that you need to like ask your mama. Like, my mom still has my passport. So
birth certificate.
Call your mom and get the thing so that you can get married. Right. Basically. And then for photography and videography, it was just photography, videography service, nothing over the top, a couple travel fees in here. We don't have content creator or anything like that. So the couple got all of that on their own, or they were satisfied with what they were getting. Regular cake.
Sheet cake?
No, it's a cake.
Oh, like it's still a tiered cake?
It's still a tiered cake.
Oh.
You can get a tiered cake. They spent $781. Let's talk about cakes. Cakes are expensive. It's really hard for people to understand that cakes are $781 when you can pull up to Sam's Club and get a sheet cake for $15.99. It's hard. I get it. But it's not in, okay, it's just this. It's about the design.
Right.
It's about making sure the cake doesn't melt, making sure the tiers aren't falling over. That is what the cost is in more than the ingredients. It's the design and the creativity and the work to keep it together more than anything.
And that's what I was going to say. That's why that cost was so surprising to me, because we've seen cakes upwards of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
before.
$2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
But baby, there is a home baker for you. There is someone who can make you a cake that's beautiful, that can fit in your budget. You do not need to be taken away by these $2,000-$3,000 cakes.
There's a Publix. Publix does tiered cakes, and they are delicious.
Yeah, that's great. I spent $3,000 for my cake.
Yeah. It's whatever you prefer, whatever you want for your day. Some people really value the cake, what it looks like, how it tastes. So that's where their money goes. Some people are like, I don't even like cake, so let's just do a sheet cake. Yeah. And that's fine, whatever a person wants. Yeah. Your cake was delicious, though.
It was really good. I was eating it the next day. And on top of that, just like a little hack, find a baker that will give you a cake 1 year later.
That's always good.
On your anniversary. You know, you're supposed to freeze your top tier. Find someone that'll give you a fresh one a year later, so you don't have to eat that nasty cake a year later, frozen.
And I know you said you spent $3,000. And like I said, it's whatever you feel is important to you. Like for me, I don't want a cake cutting moment. I want to dance all night. So for me, I want to be in that mid-range when it comes to cake, like the 1,000 mark, 2,000, maybe not 2,000, 1,000, 1,500, because I want to invest my money somewhere else. Like I don't want to say I'm a party girl, but I like to have a good time. So like my investment is going to be in the DJ and extra things like lighting and things such as that to enhance the dance floor and make people want to dance, not necessarily the cake, especially when I don't even want to pause everything to cut the cake, you know?
I think that's a good thing to point out, that like it's what you want for your wedding, and you don't need to have all of the things. I think with weddings, we are like, oh, I need to have this, I need to have, no, you don't.
Right.
You don't have to.
Right.
So a few other things to call out on this budget that I want to bring up is that they had a smaller bridal party.
Like what was the count?
It was only 4. There was only 4 people in the wedding party.
Would you consider that small or average though? To me, that's average. I think 4 or 5 is average.
Just to have 2 and 2?
Oh, I thought you meant 4 on each side.
No,
like
no,
4 girls, 4
2,
guys.
2 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Which is small.
That is small.
Like, you don't have to get a big hotel suite. Like, you could be in that 2.
What?
You could,
do a divider.
You could get a connecting room. But I think that is a big thing, because we didn't talk about transportation in this budget, because you didn't need a limo.
Wasn't needed.
You didn't need a big limo for it. You didn't need to buy 6 bouquets. I'm seeing bridal parties of 16 on each side,
which is too much. I could not imagine having to wrangle in that many people.
It's a lot.
You got to project management.
And I'm not even going to talk about what I did, because I had a lot of people. But
somebody asked Amy how many bridesmaids she had.
I don't even remember. I don't even talk to one of my bridesmaids right now. So the fallout's happened. Choose wisely. So that's small wedding parties.
Right.
And
I
then
think what is average though? What is an average bridal party size? 4 to 5?
4 people on each side is the perfect amount. So 4 bridesmaids, 4 groomsmen is the perfect amount, just because makeup and hair does not have to start at 4 o'clock in the morning. You can get a smaller size vehicle for transportation. Like, you don't need a party bus. You can get like a smaller limousine. Pictures are shorter.
Yes.
We're going through a fad right now of like, oh, I have to take a picture with every one of my bridesmaids. It's a lot. It's less crowd control when it comes down to it. You can get them quickly for entrances when you need them.
Right.
If you're doing outfit changes, especially these traditional weddings where it's, you're going to be in bridesmaids, regular dresses, and then go into a traditional outfit, easier to get 4 people to change on each side than 10.
Right. Once that number goes up, you become a project manager. You're not a bride anymore.
No, really. And if you want to gift your wedding party and thank them for standing by your side, 4 people is a lot more manageable to do than 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think 4 to 5. I think when I get married, 4 to 5 is that sweet spot for me.
Yeah.
Because after that, I'm going to be stressed. I stress too easy. After 5, no thank you.
I was definitely a project manager. Definitely a project manager.
So that is our What's the Budget episode for a $32,000 wedding in Chapel Hill, North Carolina with 100 guests. I think that was a very reasonable price, but they still had all the things.
They did. It was still a very beautiful wedding, and $32,000 is feasible.
Right. And it's doable. We know that we want to show you both ends, and we finally gave you something under $50K. If you want to keep hearing those real numbers, real weddings, real prices, be sure to always check us out here, right here in the Planner Suite.